When Ethan Cole was struggling against the torrent, the frigid waters of the Ganges tributary rushed around his waist. He was a half a mile away from the Ganges, drowned puppy clinging to his soaked jacket. Just moments earlier, the 36-year-old wildlife documentarian had been filming near a flooded village in northern India when he noticed movement in the raging stream. A tiny figure swept helplessly downstream. He had never interfered in nature during his 10 years of field work, but when he saw the pup, a barely 2-month-old stray, being dragged by the torrent, instinct took over. I couldn't let it die. The rescue nearly cost him his own. The current was vicious, full of sharp debris and swirling eddies. A floating branch struck his side, nearly knocking the air from his lungs, but he pressed on, finally grasping the limp puppy and cradling it to his chest. The animal shivered violently, tiny paws gripping Ethan's collar, its heartbeat frantic against his skin. Emerging from the thick underbrush, a pack of at least 8 wild dogs stood silently, their eyes fixed on Ethan. Gaunt and mud-covered, they exuded both menace and sorrow, and among them a large female, scars on her muzzle, ribs visible under matted fur, stepped forward. Her amber eyes weren't angry, they were searching. Ethan froze. He knew better than to run. These dogs, likely feral for generations, could be unpredictable, and he was standing in waist-deep water, exhausted, with their pup in his arms. Then something unexpected happened. The big female didn't growl. She would a low, broken sound, a sound Ethan recognized as mourning. The puppy, still trembling, let out a weak yip. The mother answered with a high-pitched whimper and took a hesitant step toward the water. Ethan remained still. Slowly, the mother waited, and not to attack, but to reach her baby inches away. She stopped, sniffed the air, and gently nuzzled Ethan's hand. Her touch was cautious, grateful. What followed stunned Ethan more than any footage he'd ever captured. One by one, the other dogs approached, not aggression, but reverence. A younger dog licked the pup's paw, another pressed its body briefly against Ethan's leg, like a silent thank you. Finally, Ethan set the puppy down on the muddy bank. The mother rushed forward, licking its face, nudging it with her nose, tail wagging furiously. The pack encircled the reunion, yelping softly, tails low but wagging. That's when the pack did something he would never forget. They parted. 2 dogs moved to either side of him. The rest stepped back, forming a narrow path through the trees leading back to his camp. An escort at the edge of the clearing. "Thank you," he whispered as he stroked her ears, and she dropped back down and let out a quiet chuff. Ethan paused, and then, in a gesture that no one would believe if it weren't for the footage, she stood on her hind legs for a brief moment, placing her front paws gently on his chest. She did not attack him, nor did she beg him, but she did embrace him. The pack gathered around the pup once more, and after one final look, they disappeared into the trees. Over the following months, Ethan returned to the area many times, sometimes from a distance. He would spot the same pack, now healthier and less worried. The pup he had saved, now stronger, would dash out toward his truck, tail wagging like mad. And always the mother would appear, meet Ethan's gaze, and release that same soft chuff, a sound not of threat, but of recognition.